Welcome to another episode of You Know Me. I'm the Beard.
I'm Buda.
How's it going?
Angela. Hi, Angela.
Angela's here, and we're actually here at Stretch Zone.
Yes.
And you all see this on our Instagram and YouTube channel when it comes out, but Mike and I both got stretched.
Yes.
And how are you feeling after that, y'all?
Good.
Really?
That was amazing.
My God,
That was a different experience than I thought it would be.
my lower back feels amazing.
Yeah.
I sit all day long. I'm a controller for a steel company, so I spend most of my time at my desk
Okay.
to the point where my boss is saying, Frank, you got to get out of your office. I'm like,
Mhm.
I got too much stuff to do.
Yep.
So, but I sit. Accounting is a sedentary occupation.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt great getting a nice stretch. Like,
Yeah, same thing. I sit most of the time on my desk until I have to get up and go teach a class. And that difference between sitting and standing, and you're like, oh. But this, I just really enjoyed, releasing those muscles that you don't really get a chance to stretch out. And that feels so, I feel like I can
you go for a nice jog right now.
through a nice kickboxing act.
Yes, right.
Shout out to Vinay.
Yeah, shout out to Vinay.
So how long have you been here at Stretch Zone?
We have been here 5 years. Kelly opened it because she got stretched in Carolina, and she was like, that's a great idea. This area needs one. And it's kind of like one of those things, if you know, you know. A lot of people don't know about us.
Yeah.
So we are looking to eventually one day, not today, expand and bring it to the mainland as well. But it's really cool because a lot of our clientele is older folks, and it's great for their mobility. So that people love it. And if you've never experienced it, it's like when I tell people about it, they're like, but then it's like you experience it and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is great.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. It was much different than I thought it was. And it's interesting because it's much different than I thought it was, but it was everything that I thought it would be. I thought that would have the dance. Like, I was curious about it. I've always been curious about it because I kind of seen some of the ads show up on some sponsored Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting that you guys have been here for 5 years.
5 years. Yeah.
Do you think there's a reason why not too many people know?
So assisted stretching is kind of new to this area. You know, they get everything on the West Coast before we do.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's kind of new to the South, this region. So we're just trying to get the word out. And people, they talk about it, but they don't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they don't know we're here, but then they come and they tell their friends. And Brunswick and St. Simons is a very small town, so word of mouth is everything.
Yes, it is.
So we're starting to kind of like expand out, get the word out, meet people, do events, like have y'all in so we can reach more people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how long has Stretch Zone itself as a company been around?
I have to check notes for that because I can't tell you offhand. So, back in early 2000s, so this gentleman named Jordan was wanting to help his grandfather. It's really a cool story. And his grandfather was wheelchair bound, sedentary. And he said, gosh, I want to keep my grandfather alive for as long as I can. I want to get him out mobile. What can I do to help?
Yeah.
And he started just gentle stretching, increasing that mobility. So the cool thing about joints is, especially with hip and shoulders, it's a ball and socket joint.
Yeah.
So you got to lubricate those guys, just like you would a cog and machine of anything else. So when you mobilize those joints, you increase that synovial fluid, which helps the joints slide better, which can help movement and mobility. So with moving his grandfather like that, he was eventually able to get him out of the wheelchair and up and walking. And he took his grandfather to a family event, and his grandfather walked into that event versus being in the wheelchair, and it was really huge. And he was like, this is so fabulous. I want everybody to know about this. So that's how Stretch Zone was kind of born. And then the tables, he patented the straps because you can't have people falling off the table. That's not okay. So safety, but it just kind of took off. Like I said, assisted stretching is fairly new in this side of it.
Yeah.
But it's great. Like I said, our clients, we have a lady who is 90 who comes here and gets stretched.
Wow.
And she loves it. And we do a lot of sciatic work, a lot of low back stuff because everybody's got low back stuff.
Yes.
And as y'all witnessed, it's wonderful for your low back.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it just kind of decompresses and stretches you out.
Yeah.
Which is
But
good.
I've been to, chiropractors, and chiropractors more about popping. But this was different because I've always, I went to a chiropractor because I have knee problems, and I was really hoping to be more like stretched out. Like, so it's more, my knee problems stem from the muscle being too tense and the knee not really, moving
Sure.
properly. So it's just like, oh, go to chiropractor, but it's like, I feel like this is different. So
It is.
what is the main difference between this and going to a chiropractor?
Good question. So I tell people I have a massage therapy background of 12 years. Everybody plays their role in the wellness pyramid. I was thinking paradigm pyramid. So chiros usually do the structure. They do the bones. Massage therapists, we kind of do the muscles. But it's hard as massage therapists to kind of get stretching in. So it's just another piece of that wellness puzzle. So to answer your question, chiros will kind of put the joints back where they belong. And I've had so many people tell me as a massage therapist, oh, I don't need you to go to the chiropractor. Okay, that's cool. But if that muscle's tight, it's just going to snatch that vertebrae right back out. So everybody plays their part in the wellness puzzle, as you see. So we are looking, I think, as a nation, as a culture, to be more wellness driven.
Yes.
Which is great because all these things play a part. It's not just one person that does everything. And then it's like one big tree. There's millions of branches on a tree, leaves, and so on and so forth. Probably not millions, maybe thousands. Okay, a little bit exaggerated. But trees are not just a trunk, there's several branches. Wellness is very much the same way.
Yeah.
That saying, like when you're raising children, I don't know if y'all have children, it takes a village.
Yeah.
It takes a village to keep people well, the same thing.
That makes sense. The chiropractor is a structural thing. They really focus on the spine.
Yeah.
Because all your nerves stem off the spine. And so they have, if one part of the spine is compressed in a certain way, it could affect like GERD and things like that. And massage it's the muscle, but here it's muscle plus the ligaments. And people forget how important the ligament structure is.
Yes.
And what brought me back to is when I was playing sports at a young age, after games, we would get a lot of similar stretches because they didn't want, it was football, so there's a lot of impact.
Right.
And they had to stretch everything out because it kind of releases all the blood vessels a little bit. We get hit in the legs and you get those Charlie horses. And sometimes those will develop a calcium deposit.
Yep.
And so massaging and stretching like that breaks that stuff up. It felt so good doing it. It brought me back a little bit, so I was a little nostalgic.
I love that.
But it's, like I said, sitting down for so long, and especially working on that lower back and even the legs, like the hamstrings and the calves, it felt, I feel more loose.
Yeah.
Like I could like run like a couple miles. I'm not that I'm gonna.
Huh.
I probably can't run like 2 feet, but it's a really great concept. And you're right. It's an aspect of wellness that no one really focuses on too much, but you can develop your muscles and all that stuff. But if you're not, those ligaments, they keep everything together.
Yes, absolutely.
And
like I mentioned with my knee, I have knee issues because my ligament is not like properly attached, or I don't know whatever it is, but it has to do with the ligament being attached to that knee, and because of that, like my knee doesn't move right, so it will swell up because of that. But
yeah.
I can see stretching could loosen that up and make the knee more
get
mobile.
Off that knee where it can do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, make the knee move better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So it's the big thing that we hear when we're intaking people is flexibility and mobility.
Yeah.
And it's it's really, like you said, a great concept, and people don't know about it.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody that experiences, they're just like, oh my gosh, that was the greatest thing.
It's funny that everyone forgets when we were kids and we had gym class. What was the first thing we did? Stretch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you played sports, the first thing you did, especially football or track, the first thing you did was stretch. And if you ever go to the gym, a lot of times you'll see areas that say stretch zone. Yeah. Or, this is the stretching area. The people that want you to stretch before you lift weights and stretch after you lift weights, that kind of thing. Forget that. That's an important part of.
It really is. And, taking it back to massage, I've treated so many injuries that could have been avoided if people would have just stretched, especially like in the calves with runners, IT bands. If you ever pull a muscle, that is nasty. It is a really nasty rehab and it's hard. And I tell people that and I'm like, just stretch. It takes 5 minutes. Stretch, but it's the most neglected thing.
Yeah, it is. And I could attest to that. I go to the gym or kickboxing, and sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to go for it. And then afterwards, I'm like, I probably should have stretched.
Yeah.
I do think it is a neglected thing. And
Yes.
I think it might be neglected. And this is something that reason why I neglect it is I don't think people know how to stretch properly.
That part. Always people would say, oh, I stretch. I'm like, how are you stretching? And when you get the assisted stretch, you get a deeper, better stretch than if you're just stretching yourself.
Yeah.
And it feels better because, so our practitioners, you mentioned Graham. Graham is fabulous. He's very great with anatomy and physiology. And Leighton, the one that stretched you, she is fabulous too. She just graduated from Auburn with a kinesiology degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of our practitioners are like well-rounded, well-knowledged in anatomy and physiology, and they know their stuff. And we want it that way because if you can't explain to me what you're doing, I don't really want to be getting your service. I mean, if you came in here and they're like, well, what do you do? And they're like, I don't know, we just stretch. Where you'd be like, oh, well, this is okay. You can't even tell what you're doing. But yes.
We're just going to take your arm.
Yeah. We're just going to stretch you around and do that.
See this medieval rack tool? This is what we're going to use to stretch out.
Yes. So I think I heard Graham explaining to you about the cells. So Stretch Zone has cells. There's different colors for different things. So depending on what the person needs, the practitioners assign the cell and work off of that, which is really, it simplifies things. There's protocols. We have 5 protocols. 1 is general. 2 is for people who are lower body stuff. 3, I think, is for golfing. 4 is for low back, sciatic stuff, and then 5 is for neck and shoulders. So it's something for everybody, which is great. But we do a lot of golfing because we're known for golfing here. So many golfers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play golf, but I can see it with the way that the golfers have to lean their back and.
Oh my God!
So lower back, they put a lot of pressure on that lower back because they're keeping everything straight, but that motion, the swing motion, doesn't just come from your arms and shoulders. It's coming from your legs and your back. And Tiger Woods is a really good example of that. And the reason why he struggles right now is he put so much pressure. If you watch him early on in his career when he first came out, and his swing was like a violent swing. And it was all, you could see it. It was all his power come from the legs and the back. And he can't generate that stuff anymore.
Sure, yeah.
It really wears out.
Hair, yeah.
But it's true.
I know all my golf from Happy Gilmore.
Did you see Happy Gilmore 2 yet?
Yeah, I did.
Have not. Is he good?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you right now, John Daly cracked me up. He's a nut.
Yeah.
I always loved him. He was a pro golfer, John Daly.
Okay.
But he kind of faded out. I don't know. He was kind of like the black sheep of the tour for a while.
Okay.
And so he looks like Santa Claus. He's got the white beard, and he's drinking and smoking cigars, and he's just in and out of this whole thing. He's like living with Happy Gilmore.
I love it.
And and they got a lot of the PGA golfers in it as cameos, and so it was a lot of fun to
it was a good
watch.
That's cool. One thing I've learned about golfers is when they are very ritualistic.
Yep.
They use the same everything, the same shoes, same everything, but also working with them throughout a career. I thought it was just swing. There's a lot of power that comes from that. It is literally from like toes to head, and it's very interesting. So I've noticed, whatever we do, whether we sit in our office or whatever, we wreck our bodies.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm going to take it back to the wellness is why it's needed because, and I tell people, you don't change the oil in your car once a year. Why are you treating your body like that once a year? You get one.
Yeah.
You can't just go to Walmart and be like, oh, I need a new arm, So it's important to take care. And I tell folks, you can pay the farmer or the pharmacist. Make your choice. And people are very appreciative of that. So just we have a lot of folks who are like up in their 70s, 80s. And like I said, that 90-year-old, these people are down on their floor crawling around with their grandkids. And it's the mobility that keeps them doing that, which is what we do for them. And it's really great to say, when they come in and tell us, oh, I was able to get on the floor with my grandkids and play with my grandkids and because it's stretch load. And that's great. We love that.
And how long is a normal session? Is it 30 minutes or is it a little bit
All
longer?
our sessions are 30 minutes. We have some folks who come in, depending on what their goals are, for an hour. But most people are 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes a day. It's in and out.
Yeah.
And then they can go on about their day. And we have a lot of folks who come in before hitting the golf course to get ready for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're in and out, and it's great. And it's a lot of social too. Like it's a really fun place to work. Like I get to work here, so that's exciting for me.
Yeah. You got like you can have a conversation with it. So you kind of have to. You're kind of in an intimate position.
Yes, you have someone's leg. You got someone's leg off, and you're like just staring.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, so that's good. But what about people who have like a hip replacement, or is there do you handle that differently than someone?
Yes. So anything artificial, whether it be knee replacement, hip replacement, we modify that. If you look under like that table, there's bolsters there that are kind of like wedges. And they're trained to kind of navigate around that. So we go on a 3, 5, and 7. I'm sure they explained that to y'all. It's our intensity scale. So 3 is a little bit more gentle stretch. And that's what you would use if someone did have a modification of knees or hips. You would want to be more gentle with them versus someone who's, say, athletic, who's had no replacements. You could probably go to a 5 or a 7. So we do modify that. We have to modify a lot of things. And people who have not only hip replacements, but herniations in their back. Like I can't have neck stretches done because I have herniations in my neck. So I have to be very careful with that because you surely don't want to injure someone.
Yeah.
But, yep, they're very good at modifying too.
That's good. I think that somebody like, oh man, I got a hip replacement. I can't do that. But if you can accommodate that. So if anyone out there, you want to get stretched and you got a hip replacement or a knee replacement, you can still come here.
Yes,
and
please.
Get stretched. Yeah, it probably will help a little bit.
And it will be good. Again, it's not going to be that natural synovial fluid from the natural joint, but you can still get that. I think probably our grandmothers used to say stove up. I think that's a Southern term.
Yeah, I think so. Us Northern boys haven't heard that. I want to say lube, more like lube the joints. Right?
Yeah, but any kind of thing you can do to be mobile and keep the joints active is going to be better for that.
Now, so it's 30 minutes. How often do people usually come to get stretched?
Oh my gosh, we have people come. It depends on what the goals are. Some people come twice a month. Some people come once a week. Some people come 2 times a week. We even have some folks that come 3 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably 2 times a week is what we see the most. Those are the golfers and the people who are active and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, it's just like I haven't been stretched in, of course, forever. And I just feel like, man, I feel like I could just rule the day today. Like,
yeah.
And I got a busy day. I'm like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like 1993 for me.
Going back to your 1993 party.
No, I think one of the misconceptions of stretching, because I've seen people make this mistake, is you'll see someone stretching, like they put left leg over right, and they bend down, and they're bouncing,
Oh God, no.
and
No.
which is wrong. I mean, it's wrong because that's how you can pull. Well, you notice, like with all the stretching that's going on here, it was static. It was stretch. There's no like moving back and forth. It was a stretch.
Yes.
And then relax, stretch, and relax. Yeah, definitely. We used to see the people bounce up and down and try, and like,
oh my gosh,
that's like the best way to like totally ruin your hamstring.
That just makes me just cringe in so many ways. I'm like, stop doing that.
There's the technique. I mean, if you get a stretch, or they put the 2 feet together and try to stretch out the groin, and they just bouncing their knees up and down.
Oh,
and it's just kind of like,
no, stop doing that, please.
That reminds me. So we go back to high school. That little stretch box.
Oh, the sit and reach.
The sit and reach.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was the most horrible thing.
And you would just like bounce.
Yeah, like you would just try to like. You're like, I'm gonna get.
I missed that one.
Yes, you never did that.
I must have, because that was
our
the sit and reach.
So it was this box, and you would put your feet up against the box. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you put your hands over like this,
and you would have,
and they would tell you bend as reach as far, and you would bounce and try to reach. You never did that. Oh my God,
that was like the worst thing.
That was torture.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I went through the basic academy, they got rid of it now. I don't think any place does the stretch and reach, but when I went through the academy, that was one of the requirements, was you had to pass the sit and reach thing. Yeah, it was like one of the
terrible.
Oh my God! What grade was this at?
I don't know.
Elementary, middle school?
It was all like
elementary and middle school. Maybe more elementary for me.
Yeah,
it was awful.
Oh, it was awful. Like I wish Daryl had this before doing that. You got to stretch sounding, and we have to pass this stretch and reach box. It was horrible. Like,
it's just,
we're probably bringing back some nightmares for some people with this talking around. They're gonna not.
It's a nightmare for me. And
yeah,
like, oh my God,
they're not gonna be able to sleep tonight because they're just gonna think about that stretch and reach box.
Yes, it was so horrible. And they had that ruler, where they would move it up.
Yeah, it was. It was the worst.
Yeah, I am a little bit older.
Well, but it was around before then too. Yeah, you missed out then, but yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you.
Like,
I did.
Be thankful. That was just so horrible. Ugh. Childhood memories, torture.
So now Stretch Zone it's not an enterprise. It's
franchise.
Franchise. Thank you. I'm like,
yeah, and it's nationwide. So if you sign up with us and you get your package here with us, you can use it everywhere. I say package, it's actually a membership. So they go, a lot of your franchise places like Hand and Stone Massage and Beard doing the memberships and things. So we have something for everyone. You can use them across the nation. If you're going to Montana, you can use it in Montana. It's great. You don't lose your sessions. They roll. And we have options if you're going to Italy for 3 months. I don't know who would be that lucky, not me. We can also kind of put it on hold so you're not continuing to charge. So,
oh, that's nice, because that's like when you go to like some of these gym memberships, like if you,
oh my gosh,
like if you're like, oh, I'm going on vacation for whatever, or I've got to go away for work, and then it's like you can't pause.
No, yeah, we can do that here. Or like, because you never, life will life.
Yeah.
If you get sick, if you have an emergency, we can pause that for you.
That's nice to know.
So what is the structure here? So you it's a membership.
It's basically a membership. We have different membership levels. We do offer discounts for teachers, first responders, military. Fletsy gets a discount. Ciali gets a discount. 10%. A discount is a discount these days.
Yeah.
So we do offer that, but you can also, so it's super cool. So if you get the one that's 4 times a month, you can share with family, friends too. So if you have a wife or whatever that wants to share too, you can do that. I usually tend to do the bigger memberships for people who want to share, because it just makes sense. I'm not, I think 3 times a week is a little much for one person, just my opinion. But if you have like a family, that's great. You get 3, he gets 3, we all get 3.
Right.
Kind of like that old Oprah episode.
Stretch. You get a stretch. Everyone gets a stretch.
But yes.
Do you have that membership? Can you come in like a one-off?
You can, but it's they've set it up to where it's cheaper. The more you buy, the more you save. So a drop-in rate is $85 just to come in, get a stretch. But it's, again, The more you do it, the better the results. I tell people, come for a month or 2 months, give us a chance. And if you don't see results, which I've never had that happen, then you're free to go. But we had a gentleman who it worked for the railroad and just destroyed his body. Horrible sciatica. When he first came in, stumbling, just kind of, I don't want to use the word gimping, but he was kind of gimping in, and he did 2 months with us, and he's still with us. He was doing 8 a month, twice a week, and he was just like, oh my gosh, this is the only thing that has helped me, because it was able to separate those vertebrae off that sciatic nerve.
Wow.
And he got so much relief from that. So it's one of those things, you have to try it. We offer, so this is very cool too, we offer a free 30-minute demo when people come in. So you get a free 30 minutes to try it. You don't get charged. So come in, get a free demo. Come check us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a really smart idea, because it's, it does, the 30 minutes is just,
That's a very way to do it, because a lot of people have maybe an apprehension.
yeah.
And then, okay, I can try this for free, and
Yes.
You're like,
sign me up.
Yeah.
sign me up, or they could just be like, nah. Yeah, but yeah, I don't see why not sign up, because I'm like, wow, this is like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Feels good.
like gumbo. I'm like, okay, gumbo. I'm beyond surgery. Yeah, I don't know, right?
Oh gosh. Yeah. So we also do like a lot of events. We just did the Norwich Festival, Discover Norwich. I'm trying to think what our next event is. I think it's the Canine Foundation, where we bring the tables out. We do 15-minute demos, and then you come in to just get people to try it. And our booth is the one that's busy.
Yeah.
We're doing First Friday.
Okay,
That's what we're doing. First Friday, we'll be down there.
Okay.
So come step in, say hi, get a stretch.
You might see me, because it's I believe it is the Halloween special.
Good.
So I might be dressed up as somebody. So
Oh, special guest is going to be.
special guest might be at First Friday.
Or yes, please stop in. Bring your special guests. We would love to meet.
Yeah, I've never met him before. We're never in the same room at the same time. I just don't understand it.
I don't know. I dropped math. It just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
Is it maddening?
so how much training does one need to be a stretcher?
So
Or
to be a stretcher, it's funny because it's very interesting terminology. You got to be very careful with how you use things. But stretcher, we call them practitioners. A
Practitioners.
little bit more
Yes.
professional. So they do training online, which takes them through their basic anatomy, physiology, and kind of gives them an overview of the cells. Then they fly down to corporate and do the hands-on part. So Stretch Zone has their own certified training that they go through, and Stretch Zone is also certified through the National TCMB, which is the Big Massage National Board, which is super cool, because even us as therapists, we can do that, but it's hard to get certified by them in a sense.
Wow.
So it's actually really, there's certifications behind it. Like, we don't just hire people off the street, but like, hey, you want to come start people? That's great. But they put them through, because you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do.
Well, it's gonna be like you're some sadomasochist and be like walking in like everything that's like trying to pull it off like a turkey.
People I know, but those are dentists.
Oh, I love the dentist. I do. I go to sleep when I get my teeth cleaned. Everybody's like, you're such a weirdo. Like, when they put my brackets on, I was like, this is great. Shout out to Dr. Sarter, Dr. Sasser.
But I guess it's also like getting tattooed. Like, I could just sit there and be like, just yes, please.
Yeah.
For pain.
I know. So when I got part of my sleeve done, like when she was doing this part, I was like, shout out to Black Lotus.
Yeah.
I was like,
Caitlin and Nick.
Yeah, Caitlin and Nick, hello. Caitlin was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever had anybody really doze off. And I was like, it's a different kind of like, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's just a different feeling. Yes,
It is.
It's like a different stress relief. Like, this is like stretching too. Is this? I mean, like I feel less stress.
It's definitely a dopamine release.
Oh yes.
And I think like with the ceiling of the tattoo, you get the initial, that initial, I don't want to say shock, but that initial feeling.
Yeah, once you get over the initial,
and then your body just becomes used to it. Now, granted, I think we all can attest, because I'm the Black Lotus.
Of course.
certain areas getting tattooed are going to hurt.
Ooh,
Ponytail, top of the foot, on the ankle, anything is
Inside
going
the
in.
ribs too, where that
Yeah.
baby skin is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Should be, quite sensitive. But I think for the most part, yeah, like when Nick was doing this one, you get comfortable.
You really
Until
do.
he starts doing the shading.
Oh,
Well, I think that's the same thing like in stretch. Like at first I was like, I felt like, like a little tensed up, but like once you start the stretch, like you're just a dopamine rush of being, your muscles being relaxed, the ligaments being stretched.
it takes you down to a parasympathetic place.
Yeah.
Where it just kind of brings you down and you're able to just like kind of release and relax. And we tell people, if you just kind of like relax and picture your muscle just kind of melting and dissolving.
Yeah.
People tend to relax because we tend to want to help. And I don't think I could be a practitioner because I'd be like, stop helping me. But that's just our natural
is
to help. Yeah.
It's like, I see what you're saying. Cause like we're, getting stretched and I'm like, should I do something with my leg? And it's like, no, just let
her work.
let her work. Let her
Yeah.
have the work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having practitioners who are personable make it easier because they can talk to you and you're not focusing on what they're doing so much because that can build up a little bit of anxiety.
Yes.
And it causes the people to tense up, and that's not good.
It's almost counterproductive at that point. We're not going anywhere. We're trying to ice skate uphill and we're not getting far.
Leg reference. Because like I don't like my neck.
Yeah.
So that's like I tense up like anytime anyone does anything, and even like when I was did go to the chiropractor and they were going to do the neck thing, and I'm like, well, please don't snap my neck.
Right. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that either. But we have a great team here. Both Leighton and Graham are both wonderful. Front desk is wonderful. Abby's not here. Jay is our Saturday guy. If you come in on a Saturday, I'm here kind of like church if the doors are open. I'm here. Kelly pops in. She's amazing too. So you're always going to have a good time when you come to Stretch Zone. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah.
You might have special guests popping in and out. Who knows?
And how what are your hours? So how hours that you guys are open?
Hours are varied. So we're looking to expand hours. We're looking to do like a midday after church situation on Sunday. Saturdays is about 9 to 3. And then the weekdays, Monday through Friday, we open at 7. And I'm telling you, people jockey for that 7 a.m. spot. You wouldn't think it, but people jockey for that 7:30. They are in here.
Yeah, because I mean, they want to get in before going to work.
Going to golf before it gets too hot. But usually 7 to 6 or 7 is during the week.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're open all the time. So there's no excuse not to come.
How many practitioners do you have on staff now?
2.5. And I say the half because we have one in training who's going to be a fantastic gentleman too. So he is working on his online stuff and we're looking to send him down to corporate and get him going too.
That's really cool.
So we're looking to build a really team that is personable, that people feel comfortable with.
How long is the training down in corporate?
It is a week. So it's 3 days, hands-on, intense. And Grammar Leighton can tell you more about that. But it was poor Leighton, bless her sweetheart. I thought she was going to stress it. I'm like, just flow. You got it. You know the bolts and nuts. You got it. You're good. But it's fun to see because they want to do the right thing and they want to be good at it. But yeah, they're both great.
Yeah, I mean, she mentioned that she's only been here, I think, after finishing training only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she's been here for years. I mean,
yeah,
really gentle, and
they're both, like I said, fabulous practitioners. Yeah. They're great at what they do. They can answer your questions. And they're just, it's that level of personalness.
Yeah.
Personalness. Is that even a word?
At our personalization?
Yes, thank you. Word fairy's still asleep this morning.
And you have to, because we mentioned this before, but you are just sitting there.
Yeah. And it's like, you're kind of like, this is something new to people.
Yeah.
And it's a vulnerable position, Something about being on our backs makes us vulnerable. I don't know why.
We're not meant to be on our backs. I mean, because you're, nature instinct, your belly is your weakest.
Right, because that's where all your organs and such are, of course. Yep.
It's not unlike going to a chiropractor because you're doing your back, or a massage therapist. You're kind of putting yourself in someone else's hands.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is kind of no different than what if you're going to go to a chiropractor. It's just that you're getting a stretch other than an adjustment to your structure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I tell you, it feels great.
It does.
Yeah.
And doing that and having this with a chiropractor will definitely really be more beneficial. But even just having stretching by itself, it's something that's nice to do. And I understand why you want that 6 or 8 o'clock spot, because that's a great way to start the day.
Yeah.
It is. And people are like, oh gosh, now I can get through my day. And I have, like you said, I have a busy day. And I feel like I can.
And like I could, and I know I'm going to be sitting around for some of it, and I'll be able to sit comfortably because I'm very stretched out and loose and ready to go. This is an experience that if you haven't done it yet, then you need to come down here.
Yeah, definitely come down, check us out, give us a try.
Yeah, I mean,
lovely music. The whole space is nice and inviting.
It is. It is a nice
like
environment.
The colors, the cools, the neutrals. Like people are getting stretched behind us and they're fairly quiet. We have a lot of people that just come in and sometimes it's quiet. And then we have those people that come in and want to talk. And so it's really about the person, but it's a personal experience for everyone.
Yeah.
Usually there's music playing. Sometimes we have good snacks from local shops and such, but it's really a cool vibe in here. I like the way the studio's set up as well.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
4 tables, so plenty of no waiting time or anything like that. Everything's scheduled.
Everything is scheduled in 30-minute increments. It literally takes them 5 minutes to wipe the table down and get straps kind of back to where they need to be. But yeah, we've gotten really busy. So
that's good.
Yes, busy is good.
Yes,
busy is the lights on.
That does. Yes.
Do you need to call, or can you go online and schedule your time?
Both. So you can schedule online. We have an app too, which you can do all your stuff. If you're traveling and you're sitting on a Delta flight, you can figure out where the stretch zone is and book it right there. It's great. You can see what's available, who's available, pick your appointment time. So there's various ways to schedule. You can send we have a text messaging system too that you can send. You can call, you can email the app, send a carrier pigeon, come in. What for work?
A carrier pigeon shows up at the door.
Hi.
I like to schedule my appointment. So how many stretch zones are there, if you know, in the United States?
400.
400.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
400. So wherever you go in the States, there's probably one there.
Do you have any in the airports? Because you mentioned getting off the airplane.
There's several. In the bigger cities, of course, there's more. I know Atlanta has several. I think the next one closest to us is probably Fernandina. And then we have some in Savannah too. But someone should open up a stretch zone, little mobile place in the airport. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, and the hours would be great because
because those flights. One, I've been flying a lot this year.
Mm.
It's awful because there are long flights, and I don't know what it is with the seats, and maybe I'm not going to name the airline. My butt hurt so bad. It was my tailbone.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I had to get up or shift and lean forward because it was getting really uncomfortable. And of course, then, your knees are stuck in a certain position the whole time for 6 hours.
Oh my gosh.
5 hours.
Yes.
And so I kind of broke down a few parts of some of my flights. I paid for the first class just so I could put my legs out.
To stretch out.
Stretch out.
But yeah, getting off that airplane, especially flying across country, getting to San Francisco, if there's a stretch zone right there, I'd be in there in a second.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And 30 minutes, that's not a lot of.
Yeah, it's just just because most people maybe got to catch connecting flight or someone's going to pick them up. But if you get you get off the airplane and you can get just 15 minutes, just kind of get everything going. And
an express stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, express. Stretch Zone Express. Let's go.
I've seen like the massage chairs at some airports, but no one's there. But if there's like a little stretch zone, like a kiosk, and I've been in there, and like,
Oh yeah, that is a fantastic idea for like the bigger airports.
really just got to focus on like the lower back and the
Yes, stretch them out. Mm-hmm.
those seats.
They're awful. I'm like, who designed this?
Well,
Sheesh.
designed for their economic.
Well,
Right.
instead of like the people have those neck pillows, I wanted to get one and like sit on it.
One of the donuts.
Yeah,
Yeah, a butt donut.
yeah. Like people have those little neck pillows, like they put it around their neck and they fall asleep with that.
I'm like, how do you sleep? No,
Yeah, I can't.
I have no problem falling asleep on a plane. I don't need
Can't do it. I'm just like one of those people like
I know. I gotta know what's going on.
need to know what's going on.
Yes, I've got to know, and I've got to be on the window so I can see where we're going. I gotta know.
Yeah, I'm one of those people too. I got to know what's going on.
I've got
I always.
got
I will
to know.
I will close my eyes and be out.
Mm-mm.
I used to live in San Francisco, and at that age when everyone was getting married,
Oh,
when everyone was still in Massachusetts, I was flying back and forth. I'd take the red eye, and I would get into Massachusetts like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning.
oh well.
And so my routine was I would take the bus to my bar, and the bartender would keep my luggage behind the bar.
Love it.
I'd have 3 or 4 beers, and then Super Shuttle would come pick me up and drive down to San Francisco airport. And that 3 or 4 beers, once you get on the plane,
Done deal.
They fall asleep,
Lights
around-
out.
better than an Ambien.
and then
And
land and find a stretch zone.
Seriously, yeah, that's a great idea. I might recommend that on my next corporate call. They're like, so
Oh,
yeah, that is a great idea though, to just get off the plane, get stretched, get on about your day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what has been the we've talked about, you guys have been here for about 5 years now, for 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
What has kind of been the hardest part about trying to get people to find you, or even to get them in the door?
Location.
Yeah.
So if you're from Brunswick, you know people from the island don't like to go to the mainland, and the mainland people don't like to come to the island.
Yeah.
So it's just that location. But once people start talking about it and buzzing about it, then people get curious and they want to know.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to be seen more, be out there more, because people are curious and they're like, what is this? What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Like same thing when I saw the advertisement, like I honestly didn't know that you guys were actually in this shop, in the Harris Teeter shopping plaza. I didn't know. I thought you guys were like completely somewhere else.
Oh, yeah. So
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I could kind of see that being a little bit of a deterrent, because I live all the way down by exit 29.
oh, good Lord.
So for me,
It's
for
a trek.
30 minutes, I would have to travel 30 minutes just to get a 30-minute stretch, and then travel back home another 30
Yeah.
minutes. So that's already almost an hour and a half, 2 hours out of my day just to do that. So yeah, I could see why that could be a little bit of a hindrance.
It is, but we're actually debating and kind of throwing it back and forth across the table, relocating to maybe a more centralized area, because you have the island people, you have the Jekyll people, you have the 29 people, and then the Brunswick people.
Yeah, 38
So
people.
yeah, it's like, where is a central hub location that everyone can get to us that's convenient? We are not traveling 30 minutes, because but it's hard to please everyone. So we're just trying to really figure that out. But I think you asked me, Beard, about another location. We are looking at that, but like I said, we got to get this house built before we start building another house. So, but yeah, that is a possibility we're looking at. Again, it's just a lot of location issues, because where's going to be the location?
That's always seems to be this. Like I love where we live, but that does seem to be kind of like an issue for everybody. It's like, well, if I'm here, I know I can get them, but if I'm here, where do I actually go where I can get
Where is
everybody?
the most central location where our hands are going to reach everyone, per se?
Yeah.
So that is a little bit of a challenge, and I think that's with any business in the area, if you think about it.
It is, yeah.
Reed's is a wonderful location. However, people in 29 probably aren't going to drive to Reed's.
Oh, I do.
Or, yeah, because, you spend a lot of time downtown.
I do, yeah.
but or like certified on the island, which is wonderful.
Yeah, it is. But you're right. I would love to go more there, but it's,
It's a location issue. So it's just figuring out the best location to reach the most people, which is, I think, a problem in any businesses you would have.
yeah.
Because people we don't like to travel. We want everything right here, right now, convenient to us.
Yeah, we're that right now.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification phase where if it doesn't pop up on your app right away, or it's not 5 minutes from your house, or
we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So convenience, but yeah, with any business, everyone's going to tell you what's the successful business is location. It's like that. It's just a great spot, but it has to be accessible.
Yes.
I've seen businesses fail because it's such a pain in the butt to get into that parking lot for that restaurant, or it's really hard to get out of that restaurant. So people avoid it because they don't want.
Oh yeah.
Things. So it has to be a good spot, but it has to be accessible.
Yeah.
In a decent way.
Yes.
So that's always been a factor, a variable that people always have to consider when doing this stuff.
But I like that you mentioned that you are going to different events. So the next event you did mention you guys would be at First Friday.
We are going to be at First Friday. I think next week. Gosh, I can't believe we're almost October.
Crazy.
Goodness gracious! It seems like July was the longest month, and it's like now we're in almost October. It's like, gosh, where do these 2 months go? But yes, we try to do every First Friday. After that, we're doing the K9 event, which is wonderful. So we have several events on the calendar, and we're trying to put more. So if there's an event that y'all want us to tag onto, let us know. We'll pack up tables and we're there.
Nice.
We love doing events.
Yeah, I mean, it gets your name out there.
Oh yeah.
And
people are curious. Like I said, our tent is always popping because people are curious. What are you doing here?
Right.
The misconceptions. People are like, oh, are you doing massage? No, not exactly.
Yeah, and that's that was my thing too. Like, I see you guys and I'm like, is this what is this? What's different between this and massage? And but after going through it, I mean, it was it was an amazing experience.
Oh, thank you. We love that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you guys, everyone listening, you have to, and if you're listening and you're not from the Golden Isles, but there's another stretch zone around you,
please go.
Yeah, check it out. And I think also maybe some people think that this is more of a physical therapy spot. That was kind of like my first question to Graham was, are you studying to be a physical therapist? Or, because you see a lot of that same stuff in PT.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. This is a completely voluntary.
Yes.
No doctor's note needed. Come in and just for your own well-being can get that, and it feels great.
I want you guys tonight to notice how you sleep. Hey, it's just how you sleep. If you sleep better, if like when you wake up in the morning, if you feel like the Tin Man, or if you're like jumping out of bed and you're like, oh, I feel like Gumby out of bed,
Yeah.
Pay attention to that because it will help your sleep too because you're not as stiff.
Yeah. This is actually a good tie into one of our other episodes when we talked to Golden Isles mattress. So putting, having good stretches and a good mattress and a good, like you mentioned before, it's all part of that tree of wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's truly takes a village to be well.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody's something different. So as a massage therapist by trade, I don't do chiropractic work. I mean, sometimes when I'm pushing, vertebrae will shift and so on and so forth, but they don't do massage. And everybody has their specialty and has a different level of knowledge that goes along with their trades.
Yeah. No, it really is. I mean, they're very knowledgeable. Even though, Graham is going to go into being an actuary or something like that, but he really has a good handle on muscle structure and stretching. And I could ask him anything and he had the answer for it.
Actually, Graham, do you have a minute? We'll ask Graham a couple of questions because he could tell you, like I said, better from the practitioner side than I. We're going to get you a little mic here and yeah.
And you just hold this.
Yeah. And you just want to kind of slide in.
Like here?
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like TikTok. Just
No, so
TikTok. So this is Graham. He's our lead almost a
And-
therapist, golf
and Buda
practitioner.
got his body stretched.
Yeah.
Yep.
Graham was my practitioner. Stretcher.
And Graham is fabulous. So Graham is here and can answer your questions about sales and such.
Yeah. So, Graham, first of all, how long have you been working in this stretch zone?
almost 6 months.
So,
Almost.
6 months.
Yes.
And it took you how long to get certified?
It took me around 1-2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. I just buckled down, did my work, learned all the content, flew to Fort Lauderdale, tested me, I passed. I'm here.
Yeah, awesome. What do you enjoy the most about working here?
I love meeting all my clients, assessing their needs, helping them get better. That's what I like about this job.
Yeah, that's great. And how much you had 1 to 2 weeks of training, but the knowledge that you have seems like it exceeds. You've had more training. Or did you take that upon yourself to learn more about some of these things?
I had like learn more variations as well because people with knee problems especially like this, because the way I learned the stretches is on like the perfect client, not like bad sciatica, not like knee surgery and does have a hip replacement. So when I like encounter a client that's like more needs, I just basically just adapt and curve to their interest, and that's just how I got better.
So that's interesting you mentioned that, like not the perfect client. So like you get training, it's probably on the perfect client. Like me. Oh, very good, Buddha. But yeah, but you make an interesting point because not every client is the same because we all have different bodies. So you have to probably adapt to how someone's body stretches.
For sure. Yeah.
So,
And you have cells, and the cells are the intensity of the stretch.
Mm-hmm. So our intensity scale, it's a 3-5-7. That's just how we communicate. That's how like we're safe. We're not going too far. And with the cells, there's multiple cells targeting like hips, hip flexors, back, low back, just major needs, your inner thigh, adductors, all of that. We do mostly lower body here because that's the most problems that we see. But we also do upper body as well. And like with golfers, that's typically what we do, like more upper body. It's what.
Neck and shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah.
so if you're a golfer, come to Stretch Zone.
Come see Graham.
Come see Graham.
Come see me.
Yes.
And
Yes.
with the golfers, the stretches with the shoulders, how's that? What do? You kind of pulling on the joint a little bit, and
So with golfers, like it's called like our white cell. That's like more upper body. I usually do like tricep work, and I also do rear delts back here. I focus on that rotation, and then on chest opener, get that chest opened up, and like also in our blue cell, that's our back section. There's a lat variant, and your lats, you need that the most for golf, and it's just alleviating those muscles, making sure they can play the best that they can.
It's awesome.
yeah, I need to play more golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you need more stretches.
Yes. There you go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
But you're going to be an actuary.
Yeah.
That's your ultimate goal?
This is just a stepping stone for me, but I love this job. It's amazing. I love helping people. I'm active. I'm not sitting down. It's good for me too. Cause in a way, I also get a stretch. Like I become more flexible, and it's just great wellness wise. Yeah.
This would probably be good for some tattoo artists that we know that are always
Bent over. Yes.
Yeah, that need to get that stretch. So,
Like a Caitlin, you mean?
Any tattoo artist, right? We gotta get as many people in the door as possible. Or,
Sure, yeah. All of them.
all of them, yeah. So, and anybody out there listening,
Yeah.
Yes.
And you got a variety of clients. I asked you a couple questions around the table.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, even though that you have like a cell, but do you still kind of modify? I mean, is someone a little more fragile than someone else, or
For sure.
Mm.
Like, we have like specialty cells, like especially people with like sciatica. It's called our purple cell, and that's when we specifically target the hip flexors. And when people with problem like tight hip flexors, the whole body is just like a weird domino effect. If you have one problem in one area,
The kinetic
like
chain.
say if you have tight quads, I see that a lot, especially with like my older clients. And that causes stress on your hip flexors, and that also can lead to low back pain.
right?
So it's just targeting those areas, making sure that
So how often are you learning all these new things? Like, do you have refresher classes or?
we don't have refresher classes, but I think every like 6 months or to a year we have like a reassessment where we submit a video, we submit like a 30-minute stretch, a client back to corporate, and they assess us saying if, oh, we need to do this better, we need to do this better, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Because it just seems like you know all the terminology, so that's amazing.
There's also, some anatomy to this, and it's pretty basic, but I thought it was very interesting.
So I just want to say, Graham had zero anatomy knowledge before this, but you would not know it talking to Graham.
No,
I would not know.
They're throwing out all those hip flexors. It's
So
like I feel like I'm talking to like my.
This influencer made my anatomy knowledge go up by like tenfold. So
it's quite impressive. Graham's anatomy knowledge to not have had any. Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm like I said, back to PE, and like we gotta get those hip flexors down.
He did a great job. It is very knowledgeable, and the fact I would think you've been here for a couple of years at least.
Yeah.
Because you really did a great job. You answered all my questions, even the farting one.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good question because I didn't want to, but like when I do sit ups or push ups, I got all that air, and I'm like,
I did ask that. I said, because most of the stretches the lower body, so you're pulling the knees up and pressing down. There's a lot of pressure on that midsection. So I did ask. I mean, you get people kind of hurt when you kind of.
Didn't we just have a discussion about this, Graham?
that's what I told him the other day. Just had a guy that did that.
yeah. I know, like I was like, please don't fart, please don't fart. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's like that happens.
you don't really intend to squeeze them. See,
It's like, it's a little too far, some gas might come out, but
Oh yeah, so that's like when I would do sit ups, somebody like don't be in front of me because and it's just like sit up, sit up, sit up. But it happens, right? Because it's just your body.
Things just don't work like. Then you're like, don't fail me now. Won't you do it?
It's gonna fail you.
It's going to fail you every time. Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just you got the way that you're moving your body. You do have that air, so
it's just natural.
it's natural.
This is. Well, I thought about. I was thinking about that when
I was too. Well, that was the first thing I thought about before even coming here. I'm like, am I gonna fart the whole time? So. But don't worry about that if you do have a farting problem.
Graham's accustomed to it. It's fine.
It's part of their training.
We'll just make fun of you after.
Oh my gosh! It's always fun here. You never know what's gonna happen.
It's a great environment. I mean, the music and everyone's really nice. I mean, young, knowledgeable practitioners. Not stretchers.
Practice.
That's what we try to do. We try to make our clients the most comfortable because laying on that table, having someone else touch you, that's pretty uncomfortable. And so to talk to the client, make them ease up, and to make sure they get the best stretch possible.
So, what would you tell somebody that is thinking about coming to Stretch Zone? Like, what would you tell them? Let's say you met someone on the street and they're like, "Oh, Stretch Zone. I've always thought about coming to Stretch Zone."
I would say just try it out, test out the waters because it's legit. Stretching. As you get older, your body needs more maintenance. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's great just to have stretching in your toolkit.
Nice.
And your repertoire.
Repertoire. That's a better word.
Big word on a Saturday.
I know. Thank you, Grandma.
Says that. Hey, take off your ears.
Yeah, Grandma's great. We love him. And like I said, it's fun here. People love coming in here and just hanging out with us. I mean, sometimes the clients, I forget what it was. Like, they are a hoot. Like, they say things and I'm behind the wall and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I am just cracking up, losing it because it's silliness here all the time. It's just a great vibe here.
Yeah, if you had needs, hear me tooting. Yeah. Is there anything we missed? I know you had a couple of notes, so I'll make sure we went over everything that.
Just stuff about Stretch Zone. Like I said, the biggest thing was Jordan started it because of his grandfather, which is a super cool story, I think. I mean, which proves it works.
Yeah.
So, in the fact that he was, I guess we could say, smart enough to want to share. But, I've noticed with people, when you find something cool or fun, you want to share it with your friends. You don't share the things that suck. Like, if it's a horrible restaurant, you're not going to tell your friend, hey, go to that horrible restaurant, go get a crappy meal. Like, no.
Yeah.
So, people want to share things. So, to answer your question, come and give us a try. Check it out. Come listen to the music. Come hang out with Graham and Leighton. Leighton's awesome, too.
Yeah. She did my stretch, and it was amazing. She was very knowledgeable also on it. Like I mentioned, she's only here for 2 weeks, and I felt like she's been here, same thing, for years doing this.
It's, I have to say, I work with Graham the most. They call us the closers because Graham and I work, like, I call him the duct tape that holds me together some days. But I would have never known that he did not have any anatomy and physiology knowledge. Like, it blew me away how knowledgeable he is. Leighton, I expected it because, kinesiology degree. But Graham just was, wow. But Graham's not your average knight here. I mean, an actuary, I never even heard about that. Like I said, I thought it was on birds. Like, what? But, we're very knowledgeable here. We're happy to help, too.
Yeah.
Answer any questions you may have, or bring a friend. Come get a stretch. If it's your birthday, we'll give you a piece of cake and a stretch. On us. Yeah. We'll even provide wine if you choose.
That reminds me of that SNL sketch where it was, they were like on these like ropes or whatever, and it was like somebody's birthday, so they just threw the cake and everybody. So they're all like on these like space suspenders or whatever.
Gosh,
it's someone's birthday, and they just threw the cake.
I remember that.
So it's we do a lot of stuff to try to build rapport with clients. Like I said, if it's your birthday, we'll give you cake. If you want wine, we'll buy you wine. You can have wine, cake, and a stretch. Bring a friend.
And what I like also that you've been doing is you have been going out into the community and letting the community know that you are here, which is something that I love for any business to do. Like you were at the Norwich Multicultural Festival just not too long ago, and you're gonna be you do First Friday.
First Friday.
So I think that's wonderful for a company to do, to be like, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
Come try us out. We're part of the community, and that's something that I absolutely.
Yeah, we're here to help. Let us know. We love doing events. Like I said, if there's an event, somebody out there has an event, you want us to come stretch, let us know. We'll pack it up and we're there.
Ever decide to do private parties?
We do in studio stuff. Actually, funny you mentioned that. So we did a sip and stretch not too long ago where we bought wine and we had an in studio kind of stretch party. It was really, really fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that.
Sip and stretch.
I could also just see if you guys decide to venture out to do, like, if someone's having like a bridal party or like, and be like, come get.
I think a fun bachelorette type of thing is like,
tattoos and stretches. Awesome.
No, we're trying to get tattoo ink and threads. That's it. Ink and threads. Yes.
So, but yeah, like a bachelor or bachelorette party, get here, mid-afternoon, get stretched, get ready for your crazy night out.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you don't pull muscle on the dance floor.
Or if you're gonna go to Savannah, do one of those, like, what is it? Those booze carts that they
yeah.
What is this?
Well, they have
those beer carts that everyone pedals. It's what we say.
They drink and they pedal. They drink and they pedal.
No.
Yeah.
But what happens when you get too drunk and you can't find your feet? What happens then? Does somebody push the cart or you just stuck?
Everyone else is going to pick up the slack, I guess.
Yeah, or is there like a designated peddler? Like there's a
there's a guy that steers everything.
Yeah. So that's
you sit like on a bench. You're looking at each other, and you're pedaling as you're drinking. You're going all downtown Savannah.
That sounds like a fun staff team building event.
Yeah, I think you just do it. Yeah, you could just do it as a team or whatever. So bring the whole stretch zone team.
Drinking and peddling.
Drinking and peddling.
That is so fun. Yeah, we might look in that. So I might throw that at Kelly, like, so for a staff meeting, can we drink and pedal?
Yeah. We haven't really talked too much about Kelly. Can you tell us a little bit about her?
Kelly's wonderful. So she has a background in nursing. She became a stay-at-home mom to 3 wonderful children. Her son, Ryan, actually came and helped us out. When Ryan first blew through the door, I was like, this hippie-looking dude. Ryan is super cool. Kelly is amazing. She lives on the island. She started Stretch Zone, like I said, when she was in, I think, Carolina, got a Stretch and was like, hey, that's really cool. I'm going to bring it to the Golden Isles. So she opened it, been here 5 years. Kelly is one of the, she's so, I can't say enough nice things about Kelly. She can be direct, but I think that's just the northern in her. God bless her soul.
Hey, I guess that.
But she's really sweet. She was actually supposed to do this, but she is out of town. So I took one for the team and filled in for her.
Did awesome.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, Kelly's lovely. We love Kelly. She is has a huge heart and a lot of grace. She wants her team to be happy and succeed. It's funny because when she hired me, she said, I don't usually hire massage therapists. And I was like, oh, okay. But she said, but you're different. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely different. But I love working with Kelly. We throw ideas back and forth against each other. Some days between the two of us, we have a whole brain. But it's really fun to watch this business grow and evolve and build a team that is good and supportive. But yeah, Kelly's great. She is here in the studio many days. Clients love her. She's, again, gracious. She wants to build that client rapport.
Yeah.
She would rather do whatever she needs to. I've seen her do things to keep a client versus letting them go, even if it's going to cost her money. And I respect that about her as a business owner because, not do we want to keep all the clients? Of course, we want to make money. We're here for that. But instead of I've seen a lot of business owners be like, well, let that person leave. No, Kelly will go above, beyond, around the bush to make sure the client's happy, even if that means costing her money. She's wonderful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to meet Kelly.
Yeah, you'll get to meet her soon.
Yeah.
One day she loves tennis. Someday she'll come, she'll be like, well, I stink. I'm like, well, I don't know if I showered either, put on deodorant, so we're just good. But yeah.
I didn't know we had to take our shoes off. I'm like, oh, my feet don't stink.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness you didn't wear the skirt or the belt.
Like chills.
Oh my God, dude.
That would have been
a show and a half.
Oh yeah, that would have been a show and a half. We're not that kind of party gear. We don't do that kind of straight.
Would have been great advertising. No.
Hey, I mean, oh Lord, what would that have brought through the door though? Lord have mercy.
Well, thank you so much for being on here and welcome us to Stretch Zone.
Thanks for having us here.
Try it. I mean, it's a wonderful experience.
Thank you so
much.
And
I really hope everybody that's listening to this episode, if you're from the Golden Isles or if you're going to be visiting the Golden Isles, because we do have a lot of people that listen to our podcast that are planning on visiting the Golden Isles.
Yes, please come.
If you have 30 minutes out of your day, just come check it out. And if you're in the Golden Isles, you might become a lifelong customer, hopefully.
Yep. Vacationing here can be stressful, so
yeah.
Take a break.
It's not supposed to be stressful.
Well, you know what it is. Your kids, traffic
on the island, stressful. Good Lord.
Beach.
So, give us all the details, location, phone number, website.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be happy to provide that. So it's Stretch Zone, StSimonStretchZone.com. I apologize. I probably should have had that information, but we all use Google.
Yeah.
And things, but yeah, I'll get that to you, and we would love to have you guys back in. Maybe when Kelly's here, she could sit down with you, and it's an opportunity for y'all to get stretched again. That's great.
Yeah.
And if your special friend, the special guest, wants to stretch, maybe we could introduce him, and Buda can bring a cheesecake. We'll all sit around,
eat cheesecake and get stretched.
Cheesecake and stretches.
Wow, that event actually.
Yeah, cheesecake and stretch.
Yeah, I think you have to maybe think about that as an event. Have a
steak party.
Yeah, have a cheesecake. Come get stretch and get a piece of cheesecake.
I'm here for that. My birthday's actually next month, so I'm like, can I have my birthday party at Stretch Zone? That'd be great.
Well, once again, thank you so much.
No,
thank you for having us. We really appreciate it
so much. We're very grateful that you guys took the time to come in for your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.